Even the smallest act of service, the simplest act of kindness is a way to honor those that we've lost, a way to reclaim that spirit of unity that followed 9/11. President Obama. Grand Rising! If you are a first-time viewer, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To my returning viewers, hello, friends, and thank you for your consistent support. Most of you probably remember where you were on September 11, 2001. The events of that day did change history for better or worse, and we can only hope that all learn some valuable truths about life as a consequence of the disasters that occurred on that shocking day. Now, 22 years later, I'll offer you a way to remember this tragic day and its aftermath as we continue to heal, as we continue to grieve. I invite you to join me in this special version of the Metta Bhavana meditation practice, the development of loving kindness, which was written by Bodhipaksa, a Buddhist practitioner and teacher in response of the attacks on New York, Washington, and Pennsylvania. Metta is the Buddhist word for love, a love that transcends national, religious, and cultural barriers. The metta pravana means the cultivation of metta, the cultivation of this kind of love. It's a practice that promotes healing and promotes wholeness. And I hope that you find that this practice is useful in dealing with the memory of those disasters. But before we start today's meditation, if you haven't already done so, please click the like button, comment if you care to share, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inspirational Moments with Joseph Long, and to hit that notification bell so that you may be notified every time I post something new. These may seem like small gestures to you, but to me, they mean a lot. Thank you. I used to think, how long are they going to keep dragging this tragedy until it happened to me? Until I lost a close loved one has made her transition. Now I get it. Just yesterday, I was told by a social worker with a PhD that you never get over grief. You just learn how to live with it. Those words gave me a different perspective on this grieving thing that I've been growing through. You don't ever want to forget the person or the people that made their transition. So in this spirit, I want us to also hold Miss Pet's nephew and their family as her nephew's wife just passed Saturday. Her name is Patrice, and she lives in Okeechobee, Florida. She asked for prayers. She asked for your loving kindness. And I think this is such an appropriate meditation to honor Patrice's memory, to honor her presence, to honor the life that she lived in the time the family shared with her. For today, we talk about grief. We're talking about living when loved ones are no longer there. We talk about tragedies, disasters. So as we go through this meditation, let's hold her, Patrice, in our consciousness and our loving thoughts. All right, let us begin. So first of all, you can set up for your meditation practice by getting yourself into a comfortable, relaxed posture. preferably sitting upright so that you're able to maintain some awareness, maintain some sense of energy and vitality. And we're all a little tense just now. So take your awareness into your body and relax your muscles, letting go, letting it all go from the shoulders and your arms and in the legs. Relaxing the muscles in the back of your neck, relaxing your jaw and your eyes and your forehead. And as you breathe out, you can imagine a wave of relaxation sweeping downwards through your body, washing all of your tensions down out of your body into the earth. And as you breathe in, you can imagine a wave of energy flowing upwards from the earth into your body, feeling every fiber of your being. And so, having relaxed and having energized yourself, you can begin to take your awareness into your heart, into the area around your heart, becoming aware of whatever feelings and emotions are present. And the emotions that are present may be positive emotions, they may be negative emotions, or perhaps you're feeling a little numb and you're not too sure how you're feeling right now. But whatever you find there, just regard that as being where you're starting from. Wherever you are is the only place you can start from. We're going to be working with whatever's there. So just open up to whatever is there, whatever is present in your heart. And we've probably all experienced a wide variety of emotions at this moment and throughout the day. Perhaps fear, perhaps ill will. And I like you to forgive yourself for any negative emotions that have arisen. And we need to forgive ourselves in the context of resolving to live up to whatever is best within ourselves. We need to forgive ourselves in the context of resolving to develop as much love, as much wisdom as we can. For one thing we have learned is that there's not enough love and not enough wisdom in the world. And so we can do something about that right now. So staying in touch with your emotions, I'd like you to wish yourself well. And you can do that by repeating the phrase, May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. And you can imagine yourself well and happy. So just keep on repeating those phrases. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. Noticing what effects those words, those phrases have upon your heart. Continuing to relax, working patiently with your emotions. Taking your time, there's no hurry. Repeating these phrases and letting your emotions unfold in their own time. And in the next stage of the practice, we're going to call to mind friends and benefactors, those who were directly or indirectly involved in the disasters. May they live without fear. May they be well. May they be happy. May they be free from suffering. We can cultivate our aspiration that our friends develop their own love and wisdom so that they may respond compassionately and appropriately in these events in the upcoming days. Wishing our friends well, strengthening the love that we already have for them, increasing the amount of love that's in the world. And there are many people who are friends to us that we tend to take for granted. We have many benefactors in the world. There are those who protect us and who protect our freedoms. There are the armed forces and the volunteer reserves. May those people be well. May they be happy. May they be free from suffering. May they love and wisdom grow. There are the rescuers, the firefighters, the hospital workers, those who tirelessly serve, protecting us, benefiting us. May we experience gratitude towards them. May we appreciate the efforts they make. May they be well. May they be happy. May they be free from suffering. And in the third stage of the practice, we can call to mind people that we don't know, people who we haven't met, and who have been directly or indirectly affected by the disasters. We can call to mind those who have died. May they transition. We can call to mind their families and friends who are grieving, and we can wish them well. May they be well. May they find happiness once more. May their suffering come to a close as quickly as it is appropriate. And perhaps one of the things that we can learn from that disaster, from our encounters with people in the news and newspapers, is that no one is neutral when we consider their suffering. Whenever we consider that someone is suffering, there is a part of us that responds with compassion and with love. So here we're strengthening our connection, our solidarity with people we don't know, wishing them well, wishing that they be free from suffering. And we also don't know our enemies, those who have perpetrated these atrocities, and we may not want to be able to forgive the perpetrators of those violent acts, but we should remember that they too are capable of love. They too are capable of change. And it would be a beneficial thing for the world if they could find the peace and love in their hearts to cease from violence. So we can wish that they be well, that they be happy, that they be free from suffering. And in wishing this, we're not wishing that they fulfill their darkest desires. We're wishing that they find a true love that allows them to relate differently to the world. We wish that they will experience metta, a love for others that transcends national, religious, and cultural boundaries. We can wish that they let go of their hatreds and find peace. May they be well. May they find true happiness. May they be free from suffering. May they realize the consequences of their actions and act accordingly. And in the last stage of this practice, we're going to wish that all sentient beings, all beings capable of feeling suffering, be well. May they all be happy. May they all be free from suffering. And you can imagine that you're holding the whole of this beautiful, precious world in your heart, bathing the world in a healing love, bathing the world in metta, letting go of our own hatred so that we can make the world a better place. For there is too much hatred in this world that we live in. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. And then finally letting go of the practice, coming back to an awareness of ourselves sitting here, being aware of the changes that have taken place in our hearts, rather those changes are quite subtle or rather they are quite noticeable. And then slowly, in our own time, opening our eyes and taking our metta, our love, back into the world. Namaste. I honor the sacredness of all life. In the consciousness of oneness, I honor the divinity in all. Everything I see is the life of love expressing itself. And so it is. You see who's on here. So Miss Pat was on here for a moment. She couldn't stay on, but as I stated earlier this morning, she did ask for prayers for her nephew who whose wife recently made her transition. So we have also dedicated this meditation to him and the family, especially to Miss Pat. Miss Marverine is here. She says, morning to you, Rev. Blessings. Thank you. Grand rising to you, my beautiful Marverine. Miss Pamela is also on here as she touches and agreeing with Miss Pat as she states, my sincere condolences to you, Pat, and bereaved family members. May her soul find eternal rest. Yes. And then on IG, I got IG working. So what I realized, I forgot when last time this happened, is usually when I had those connection issues, is that I need to update the app. So next time, if somebody remember, if I have an issue again, which I will, because they always go through updates. If I have a connection issue on IG, somebody just kindly text Joseph, update the app. I may not be able to do it for that practice, but at least next time, hopefully, we won't have 2 or 3 days of me having connection issues on IG. So I see Miss Tiger Rose 9 is on here. Grand rising to you, Miss Tiger Rose. Good to see you. I see Miss Bernie is on here. Grand rising, as she says, amen, God. Good to have you back, Grand Rising. I never was gone. That's why I keep asking y'all if y'all please. Well, I know, I understand, so I'm not going to even harbor on that. But I was on YouTube live and I was able to post the videos on my Instagram page, but I get what you're saying. So it's good to be here live on IG as well. And it's good to see you and have you on here live with me, Miss Bernie. So grand rising to you, Miss AP. I see you in the house. Thank you for coming over to YouTube, Miss AP. I didn't even know you had a YouTube account. Grand rising to you. My twin Kioka is in the house. Grand rising to you, twin. Good to see you. I think this is a first timer. And my apologies. Thank you for the heart emojis. My apologies. I know I'm going to butcher this because I'm so bad at saying names. So this look like this is Lok Sharana 73. Grand rising to you. Good to see you. You could have gone to any platform. You could have tuned. You could have done anything and you had stopped by. And for that, I am grateful for you. Grand rising to you. Miss Kioka says, good morning, Rev J. I received those. I received all of that. Thank you all. Thank you for listening. And just know that we will reconnect again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube and Instagram channels for another guided meditation. Thank you all for being here, whether it's live or you watching this pre-recorded video. Thank you for joining me for today's 9/11 Loving Kindness meditation. Know that I love you and I appreciate you. Peace and blessings. Mwah!